using the factor theorem, we want to show that x minus 2 is a factor of x cubed plus x squared minus 4x minus 4, and hence we want to factorize the polynomial completely. This question had appeared in the ICSE 2019 examination, right? Okay, so first let's just mark out our given polynomial as f of x, which is x cubed plus x squared minus 4x minus 4, right? They've asked us to show that x minus 2 is a factor. Now remember, if you want to show something is a factor, all you need to do is show that the remainder is equal to 0, for which we will use the remainder theorem. And for that purpose, I can say let x minus 2 equal to 0, which gives me the value of my variable x as 2, right? Shift over the terms. Okay, and if I'm dividing x minus 2 and f of x, I know by the remainder theorem that the remainder, right, in this situation will be equal to let's see, if the remainder of f of x and x minus 2 will be equal to f of 2, right? So let's solve and see what's the value of f of 2. So f of 2 would basically be substituting 2 in f of x. So what do we have now? We've got 2 cubed plus 2 square minus 4 into 2 minus 4, right? So 2 square, well, that is equal to 8 plus 2 raised to 2, which is 4. Minus 4 into 2 is minus 8, and minus 4 at the end, right? So if you check the terms now, 8 plus 4 is 12, minus 8 is 4, and 4 minus 4 is 0. So the remainder turns out to be 0, right? Now if the remainder is 0, if you remember the factor theorem, it tells us that this implies that x minus 2 is a factor of our polynomial x cubed plus x squared minus 4x minus 4, right? So since the remainder turns out to be 0, that means x minus 2 is a factor, right? But this question doesn't end here, right? This is what we wanted to prove first, so hence prove. But the question doesn't end here. If you read carefully, it tells us that hence factorize the polynomial completely. What that means is they are expecting us to basically divide x minus 2, divide the polynomial f of x by x minus 2 and find the quotient. Right? That is what they mean by factorize it completely. So for that, we will consider our dividend, which is x cubed plus x squared minus 4x minus 4, and our divisor, which is x minus 2, and we shall divide these two terms, right? So we will perform the long division of the polynomials to find the quotient and hence all the factors of f of x, right? Now first thing, if you guys remember, so the highest power here, make sure you are arranging them in the descending powers of x, which we have. So the highest power, which is x cubed, divided by the highest power here, which is x, right? So x cubed upon x will give me x squared, and now the quotient x squared multiplied by my divisor. Okay, so x squared into x makes it x cubed, x squared into minus 2 makes it minus 2x squared, right? And we subtract these two expressions, so plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus, right? So plus x cubed minus x cubed get cancelled. We have plus x squared plus 2x squared, making it plus 3x squared. Bringing the remaining terms down below, we have minus 4x and minus 4. Okay, again dividing the highest powers, right? So we have 3x squared divided by x, which will give me plus 3x. Multiplying the quotient value, 3x into x minus 2, so 3x into x gives me 3x squared, 3x squared. 3x into minus 2 makes it minus 6x, right? Again, we will be subtracting these two expressions, so plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus. and the result of these two. So minus 3x square plus 3x square minus 3x square get cancelled. Minus 4x plus 6x is plus 2x, so 2x, and I get the minus 4 down below as it is. Right. Again, dividing the highest powers, right? So if I'm dividing the highest powers, I have 2x over here and divide that by x, that is 2x upon x is plus 2. Now multiplying the quotient value, plus 2 into x minus 2, so 2 into x is 2x, and 2 into minus 2 is minus 4. Again, subtracting these two expressions, plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus. So plus 2x minus 2x is cancelled. Minus 4 plus 4 is cancelled. My remainder is 0, which was expected. So I can now write my polynomial, right, f of x, which is x cubed. Therefore, I can say x cubed plus x square minus 4x minus 4 is equal to the divisor, which is x minus 2, into the quotient, which is x square plus 3x plus 2, plus the remainder, which is basically just 0. The question still hasn't ended. As you can notice, this term here is a quadratic expression. The one in the pink bracket is a quadratic expression, and that can be factorized further, so we will have to do that. So our first factor is x minus 2. If I split the middle term, we have x square plus 2x plus x plus 2, right, which is equal to x minus 2. And here, if I factorize it further, the first term has x common between these two, it's x, so x plus 2, and between these two it's only plus 1, so x plus 2, right? And finally I have all my factors now, so I can say that the factors, right, so we have x minus 2 as one factor, x plus 2 as the second factor, and x plus 1. Right, so basically the polynomial that was given to us, which was x cubed plus x square minus 4x minus 4, on being completely factorized, gives me x minus 2 into x plus 2 into x plus 1. This is our final answer that they had asked us. This is what they mean by complete factorization, right? They want us to have all the factors. Remember, it's a cubic polynomial, so it will most likely have 3 factors. A quadratic polynomial, highest power 2, has 2 factors, and so make sure you factorize the polynomial till you get 3 factors.